Join me as I dive into the real deal about migrating to Canada, and tackle the things they don't want you to know. Migrating to Canada is a dream shared by many. The idea of living in a country known for its diversity, inclusivity, and high standard of living is enticing, to say the least. But before you start packing your bags, there are some harsh realities you need to be aware of. When it comes to migrating to Canada, many people assume it's a straightforward process. They think it's just a matter of applying, getting approved, and voila, you're a Canadian resident. But the truth is, the process is much more complicated than that. There are countless forms to fill out, documents to gather, and interviews to attend. And even after all that, there's still no guarantee of approval. One of the biggest misconceptions people have is that Canada is desperate for immigrants. While it's true that the country needs skilled workers to fill labor gaps, the competition is fierce. You're not just competing against other immigrants, but also against Canadians who are already established in the job market. And let me tell you, it's not easy to stand out in a crowded field. Another myth is that getting a job in Canada is a breeze. I mean, who wouldn't want to hire someone with an international skill set, right? Well, the reality is that many Canadian employers prefer to hire locals who already have the necessary experience and connections. It's not that they don't want to hire immigrants, it's just that there are often hidden biases at play. When it comes to migrating to Canada, people often focus on the process of getting there, but they rarely think about the actual experience of living in a new country. One of the biggest challenges newcomers face is cultural adjustment. It's not just about learning a new language or adapting to a new climate, it's about understanding the intricacies of Canadian culture and customs. And let me tell you, it's not easy. The job market in Canada is also highly competitive, and it can take months, even years, to find a job that matches your skills and experience. And even when you do find a job, there's no guarantee it'll be in your field. Many immigrants end up taking low-skilled jobs just to make ends meet, which can be a huge blow to their self-esteem. But perhaps the biggest challenge of all is the emotional toll of leaving one's home country. Many people underestimate the impact of leaving behind family, friends, and everything that's familiar. The feeling of homesickness can be overwhelming, and it can take a toll on your mental health if you're not careful. One surprising truth about migrating to Canada is the cost of living. While Canada is known for its high standard of living, it's also one of the most expensive countries in the world. From housing to food to transportation, everything costs more than you'd expect. And when you're trying to settle into a new country, the last thing you need is financial stress. Another surprising truth is the impact of migration on your mental health. While many people focus on the physical aspects of moving to a new country, they often neglect the emotional toll it can take. The feeling of displacement, the stress of adjustment, and the pressure to fit in can all take a huge toll on your mental well-being. In conclusion, migrating to Canada is not for the faint of heart. It takes courage, perseverance, and a willingness to adapt to a new way of life. While the rewards can be great, it's essential to be aware of the challenges that come with it. Thanks for watching, and if you're an immigrant who's gone through the process, I'd love to hear about your experiences in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about how to successfully integrate into Canadian society, be sure to check out my next video for some valuable tips and tricks.